Hi, my name's Andy with wristadvisor.com, and today we're going to be talking about the new rumored 2021 Omega Speedmaster. So 3, 2, 1, let's take off. So the Speedmaster is an iconic traditional watch that most every collector knows and has considered at one point adding to the collection. So what made the Speedmaster famous was it was the first watch worn on the moon, and to its credit, it hasn't been changed that much over the years. We've seen slight changes to the references throughout the years, but we haven't seen a major overhaul. I think we're going to be seeing one in 2021. So recently on some of the Omega forums and on Facebook, there's been some leaked images of what the potential new Speedmaster will be, and those have since been removed. So what makes me think that those might be credible is that maybe Omega has gotten involved at some point and had helped get those removed. So those have really fueled the fires for a lot of rumors for the new Omega Speedmaster for the 2021 year. So let's get into what some of those rumors are based on what we've seen. The first one that we want to talk about, it is not something that was seen on the photo, but it's something that we've seen on other Speedmaster references. So the 50th anniversary edition did not have the 1861 movement that is in the professional series. It has the 3861. The difference between the two is the 3861 is the master chronometer co-axial escapement. So it is still manual wind, still does all the great things that the 1861 did, but it has the advantage of the precision of the master chronometer, the anti-magnetism, and the service interval of having that coaxial escapement. So I think that's an obvious rumor that people are going to naturally talk about as new movements. We're not making up the 3861. It's something that is in production. It's something that is in a professional watch, just in the limited edition one that we think is going to get expanded out to the rest of the collection. So the next rumor that we want to chat about, and it has to deal with the 50th anniversary again, is there's going to be, based on the photos, a slight redesign of the case and the bracelet, and it's going to kind of slightly mirror what we've seen on the 50th. I'm going to put an image up here that's going to show you kind of what that looks like, which will give you an idea. The reason why Omega went with this redesign for the 50th is because they are very popular among collectors. So you'll see this throughout some of the rumors that we're going into. Omega has seemed like they have listened to what people have liked in the past, and they're kind of putting it all together into one watch. And it makes sense that the biggest in rumor update to the watch that might be coming in 2021 is going to have a lot of those components to it. Another part of the rumor today is an update to the bezel to go pre-moon watch for the Omega Speedmaster Professional, and that is going to include a dot over the 90 on the bezel. So for those Speedmaster collectors that know the history, you'll know that these were made in small runs. They're vintage, they're very old, they're hard to find, they're hard to get a hold of. And it's something that is very popular, and it's great to see Omega listen, or potentially listen, to its fans and putting that in this new reference. Over the years, the dot has been in different positions on the bezel, and it's really cool to see that we have the potential of putting it back over the 90. One of the new updates that we could see on this, and it's not actually new, it's something that we've seen in some older Speedmasters, is a stepped dial. So right now on the 3, 6, and 9 dial, there's not so much of a depth to it. On the step dial, you're going to see increased depth. It's something that in the Speedmasters that have had this in the past do command a higher price on the pre-owned market, are considered more collectible items, and it looks like that's going to be something that's put into this. Another rumor, in this one we were really glad to hear, it is not going to be the price increase, at least reportedly, that most of us thought. A lot of us thought that it was going to be somewhere closer to the Daytona than where it is right now. And it looks like we may only be seeing a $700 to $900 increase in the MSRP of those watches. Now, what I am predicting is that the Speedmasters are going to be harder to come by, not because Omega is not going to be producing as many, but I think that the popularity of this is going to skyrocket with this new reference. There's going to be a lot of collectors getting back in. There's going to be a lot of people that are new to watches that see this and want to be involved in the history and the heritage of it. There's going to be a lot of people that wanted to buy the Speedmaster, but recognize that there's a lot better movements that are out there to be bought today at that price point that now don't have that excuse to buy the Speedmaster, that I think will jump in that. In the last rumor that we have, and this was not part of the leaked photo that we saw on the Omega forums and on Facebook, but it has to deal with the availability of the current Speedmasters. Right now at authorized dealers, it's rumored that they cannot purchase any more stock for their cases of the current professional series, the Moonwatch, which makes you think that Omega is gearing up to be able to launch the new 2021 version coming up pretty soon. You've also seen in the pre-owned market, Speedmasters, the price has risen slightly, which I think has to deal with supply and demand. So that further reinforces that I think we're getting something really cool, and I think we're going to get something really soon. In closing, the rumors that we've talked about today, again, are just rumors, but they are based on evidence that we've seen on the internet that, I think that has some credibility to it. And then also talking to contacts that we've had in the industry that we think that can predict reliable information to us and get us those. Now, obviously, we won't know until it's released what the MSRP is, the dial details, case design, everything could all change. But we think based on what we've seen, we've got some pretty accurate predictions what's coming with the new Omega Speedmaster 2021. If you guys like this video and you like the style that we do it in, we want to ask you to like and subscribe. And if you want more information on the rumors of the Omega Speedmaster 2021 potential version, you can go to our website at wristadvisor.com. We have an in-depth article that goes into these details a little bit more. So the link will be in the description below. So in closing, we want to say Omega is doing a great job with their recent releases. They're competing very well against giants like Rolex, and I can even tell you from wearing this Omega Speedmaster 300, I'm just over the moon. It's not a moon watch, it's the Seamaster, but I'm over the moon with what Omega's doing. And if they release this new Speedmaster based on what's been really popular with their fans and their collectors over the years, I think it's going to be a huge hit. I think it's going to be a watch that's going to sell for more pre-owned than what it does at MSRP. So we want to say thank you for joining us today. All the best, and we'll see you on the next video.